to look like.
I know there's worries about gentrification.
Yeah.
Like that if we kick out all those polluting industries, suddenly Connecticut and parts of Warwick and Cranston that are really nice just basically expand.
Yeah.
Take it all over, and all the people who live there right now with pollution are forced out, and they have to move to Quonset where there's more pollution.
Yeah.
Let's say. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with that, but that kind of gets us into this idea of what do we do about issues of affordable housing, gentrification? How do we make a place nicer and not displace the people who are on fixed incomes or who don't make a lot of money? How do we do that?
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts around those types of issues?
Yeah, no, thank you. So affordable housing is becoming more and more of a problem in Providence. And before you moved here, I lived in San Francisco or the San Francisco Bay Area for a while. And so I almost feel like it's this harbinger of like what's to come. Yeah. So it's like in the back of my mind all the time, like our little apartment in Mountain View, which is like south of San Francisco. Like it was a tiny little apartment. It's the same price as my entire house here on the east side. Like my mortgage is the same as this tiny little apartment. Is just for reference. It's like where we're headed. And so I think it's like a lot of things need to happen. We need to build more housing. We need to build more affordable housing. Putting my climate hat on, we need to build more housing that's not connected to like dirty, polluting industry. So let's not connect it to gas. Like let's not make mistakes as we're building new stuff. But then also a little bit like we were chatting about before we started, just like let's think about new models. Like, can we have like deed restrictions so that the prices can't just go up? Can we have housing co-ops? Like, can we think more creatively about other solutions? And then also like the standard thing of like zoning, like single family zoning is difficult. And so how do we update some of our zoning regs to allow for more dense infill of housing? So there'll be a lot of things. Yeah.
Something like an urban land trust would work.
Yeah.
Too, like a house here and a house there, and over time they can be connected as we buy up the houses in the middle, but build like a block, let's say.
Yeah.
And it turns into an urban land trust where the housing could be, the density could be changed. You could go for more. You could build bigger or better houses, whatever you need to do. Figure out that kind of stuff.
Because like that's happening a lot in our neighborhood here because we have a lot of folks who've lived here for decades.
Right.
And so they have these beautiful homes that they've lived in for their whole lives or their whole adult lives. And the taxes have gone way up because their property value has gone way up. But now they're retired and on fixed income. Like these are like the pillars of our community who've lived here for forever, who everyone goes to for advice or whatever. They're on all the committees, like, they do all the things and they're going to get priced out of their own homes. So what are some of the things we can, like, I'm really worried about the things we can do to keep those folks in their homes, or help them find other homes in the neighborhood that they could, like if they want to downsize and live in a smaller place, how do we help them find something else? Like right now, I think there's one house for sale in all of Ward 3. Like,
true? That's
it's like one or two. Wow. Ethan Giles posted like a photo from Zillow the other day, like all the houses on the east side for sale.
The problem is, of course, most of these houses are sold without even going to market.
Yeah.
They're just like, if I went to a real estate agent, I could sell now.